They got us right now, folks, bound. Collectively, we can break out of here. You're like, well, that guy's scary. He may be up the stairs. At least you're going up the hall. At least you got a chance to get out of here. By the way, we're not 7-year-old kids. We're 800-pound gorillas to these chicken necks. So what? We find him up the hall. You understand? Start using your power. Start using your will against these people. Look what I've done in 20 years. There are people listening out there that would dwarf what I've done.
Worried about getting sick and feeling terrible for days or even weeks? You need Immudyne for a healthy immune system. Why get sick and bother with products that just don't work? For just $1 a day, Immudyne is all natural and safe for all lifestyles. Call 866-257-8668 to buy now before it's too late, before you get sick. Or go to immudyne.com, Immudyne.com, or call 866-257-8668.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
It's very easy to be a criminal. All you need to burglarize a home is one simple household tool, a pair of scissors. If your home security system can be compromised by a criminal using scissors, then you're making it easy for them. Almost every home security system, even those sold by big-name companies, has a weakness: the phone line. You shell out $1,500, get locked into a long-term contract, and think you're safe. But a burglar can destroy your alarm in seconds with one snip. And when a burglar cuts your phone line, you're defenseless. Simply Safe Home Security is the smarter choice. Built by Harvard engineers, Simply Safe uses a wireless connection to call the cops. Scissors can't cut it. And that means your home stays safe. 24/7 professional monitoring is under $15 a month with no contract. Simply Safe Home Security keeps you safer than the other guys for half the cost. Protect your home with the alarm you can trust. Simply Safe. Go to simplysafedefense.com now for an exclusive 10% offer. That's simplysafedefense.com.
The experts are clear. Sunlight, purified water, healthy non-GMO food, and having a good attitude is essential to a healthy immune system. But I go further with Super Nascent Iodine X2 from InfoWarsLife.com. 50% stronger than our original and revolutionary Nascent Iodine formula, coming from a deep earth crystal source that no other supplier has. Most other forms of iodine come from seaweed in areas plagued by Fukushima and other contaminants. Not our iodine. It comes from over 200-million-year-old crystal salt deposits and is tested and proven to be completely pure. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. See the informational videos. Read the information they're compiled. And for a limited time, when you use promo code NOW at checkout, you get an additional 5% off the entire family of InfoWarsLife.com products. Secure your Survival Shield X2 today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
That's right, coming to you from occupied Texas. I mean, I really am occupied by a UN global government. I'm under FEMA Region 6, suspended constitution. They pretty much admit that now. I mean, just admit where we are to get out of it. We're tied up in a basement. Let's get out of this. Study, lack of exercise causes twice as many deaths as obesity, CBS News is reporting. Some good news, a new bill could mark the beginning of the end of Common Core, and 2 + 2 = 5. So there's a lot of stuff going on that front. Let's go back to your phone calls. There's some bad news, though. McConnell, the leader of the Senate, says Senate will try to pass House immigration bill. I mean, it just never ends. With Republicans like this, who needs commie Democrats? It's just a collection of crooks. Scott in Texas, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Alex.
Hey, brother.
Hey, been listening to you for 11 years, and this last week has just prompted me to call. I've been thinking about this for, a couple of months. Remember the contract with America back in, I think it was 94?
Yeah, that was sabotaged on purpose by Newt Gingrich, yeah.
Right. Well, my thought is similar to the lines of that. What if we had a small college run by, say, all the guys that contribute to your show, your guests, say with 100 kids, rewriting the entire code of federal regulations, all of the policies, everything that's in writing. And then we had a package, a replacement package, that a group of politicians could come around and say, look, vote for us, and we will vote this in as a replacement package, one slash deal.
That is the type of thing that is a velvet revolution that they never call a revolution in the end. Those are the type of revolutions that succeed. Usually violent ones fail. Ours succeeded because it was velvet ideas but armor-coated and was, a defensive move against tyranny. So we're one of the few violent ones that turned out good. But you're absolutely right. Just like they've got these initiatives to take the federal land back to the states and the people, those are now passing and having victory because it's such a good idea. Who can say no to it? They'd rather have some buildings blow up and some cops shot so we can have a civil war because we would actually fix things peacefully. So, yes, something like maybe even having the Ron Paul Institute come up with a plan of an America reboot or America re-upload. And then people run on that, states run on it, federal run, to build a bigger coalition about what we pledge to do to restore the republic and just go back to what we know works. It's real simple, and it's a great idea. It doesn't mean your plan would succeed. Doesn't mean if Ron Paul did it, it would succeed. But those type of ideas, enough of them out there, will gain steam, and we will end up reforming the country. And that's how we should fix things, is with ideas, not with bullets. But if they come to take guns and start an offensive war on us and want to round people up, I mean, I'm sorry, we have to defend ourselves, and we didn't come to look for a war, but if it's going to start, to quote the founders there at Bunker Hill, it's going to start right here. And so, we'll have the moral high ground, even if they make it up and say we're terrorists, and we'll have to defend our families, and that's just the way it is.
If we did all of the work outside of Congress, the way they have groups write their legislation, and had everything done in place, trying to elect a Rand Paul or a Ted Cruz, that's great, but we're never going to get the majority that way.
Plus, they can assassinate one of those people if they turned out to be legitimate.
Right, but if we had an overhaul package in place ready to go, and a group came along, a majority group of politicians said, look, vote for us, and we will vote this legislation.
Oh, I totally agree with you. It's a genius plan. A real contract on America, but not an American emergency resurrection package. And we need to promote it so that when things collapse by design, we don't get the globalist reboot. We get the republic reboot that we need. I'll see you Sunday, folks, 4 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm going to do a little bit of overdrive, internet only. Infowars.com/show. Back to your calls.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with super male or super female vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
A white guy, a Hispanic guy, a lady, but Miami cops shoot mugshots of blacks for target practice, snipers trained with photos of real people. And unless the news is distorting it, which they could be doing, it's all blacks. And I think that's pretty unacceptable. Just like I thought it was unacceptable when the feds ordered millions of no-compromise targets of pregnant women and children. Remember that? So that story's up on Infowars.com right now. I mean, who did that? Plus the PR disaster. I mean, this is really hard to believe because but the feds shooting little kids in training stuff is hard to believe, but it was real. I don't know what to think anymore at this point. This is just, they really want to get the cops in a fight, a racial war with the blacks. It's just the perfect Soros plan. This is really stupid if the cops did this. Let's go to Gerald in California. You're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, Alex? Long time listener. Well, not long time. I'm 24 years old. Started listening to you when I was 20.
Well, God bless you, and thanks for putting up with me, my friend. What's on your mind?
Oh, I don't even know where to begin. I think what's on my mind is most importantly the fact that it's hard to pass a message along to kids and, young adults of my age. But I'm doing my best. I also want to, talk about the Paris, this whole France incident, as it being propaganda to, take away our Second Amendment. Also, I'm outraged by Liam Neeson's stupid, frivolous, very, very, very lackluster comment about, the too much guns in America. That was by far the most outrageous thing I've heard coming from a person who promote propaganda in a sense, with the movie roles he decided to take on. I found it preposterous, and it's contradiction, but we all know with those type of movies, they get passed through the government, so they can promote certain things. Oh,
absolutely. But Liam Neeson is a good actor, and I'm so upset with him saying that American guns are blaming Paris. What in the world? I mean, it's like if somebody slips on a banana peel, you blame the Second Amendment. And I guarantee you, in fact, have the guys look into this. I bet money Liam Neeson has bodyguards, and I bet they're armed. Just like that pig, Michael Moore, who, again, is pushing the whole race war agenda, claiming gun ownership is racist. I mean, it's just absolutely divide and conquer. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Anthony in Florida, probably the last caller we have time for. Sorry to all the other callers. Go ahead. You're on the air, Anthony.
When I see this shooting here in Paris, it just proves yet again that we should always question the official narrative because, quite frankly, you see these people running and screaming, it just seems so fake, and it's like, what do you call it? It just seems like, a total Hollywood script. And it just, and I think that what real journalism is questioning the official narrative.
Well, I agree with you, and we've questioned it. It stinks to high heaven. They were allowed to train. They were allowed to fly when there were no fly list. They were connected to the CIA operative Anwar al-Awlaki. That's just to name a few. And so it's false flag at some level. Are there radical jihadis? Were these guys the shooters? May have been. Is this being used to restrict free speech and call for internet censorship? Absolutely. Not just by governments, but by the great pontiff himself and many others. See you back this Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. Great job, crew. And tonight, 7 o'clock Central.
If the IRS...
When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together